know if it's gonna be long or short. I don't know because I be rambling. I don't know if I got a lot to say until I start talking. But the Ali Siddiq variety show special they could just pick out. I don't know if that's what it's called actually. What do you call when it's a whole bunch of comedians doing sets? I like the idea of that, and it's been done before. I like the idea of Marla has done it before. Other comedians have done it before. I like the idea of multiple comedians doing an hour and a half because you get different styles in a shorter period of time. Like you're watching something long, but you also watching something short because it feels like something different every time you look at it. Like, I'm not saying I like this, but I'm saying I like the idea of it. The theme of the like black, it feel like a choir. You're not. Sometimes you watch choirs and they like at churches or whatever, and they like, okay, we all gonna wear pink or we all gonna wear whatever, but it never still looking cohesive. Like they all had on black, but it was just different forms of black. It was just like, okay, I don't know. Because I mean, it goes because they all have their own different style, obviously, because they're all different people. But I was just like, okay, yeah. And Billy with the white shirt threw it off. I was just, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But it started with a cartoon of, it was their voices, but it was a cartoon version of them all talking about what they was going to wear, right? I wish, I didn't know, I know Billy, I know Ali. Marcus Wiley. I haven't watched any of his specials, but I know he, get posted on Ali page, whatever. So when they were doing that, it was kind of hard to follow because I didn't know who was who. I tried to put it together after they were talking, and I kind of put it together, okay, that's why they did that in there, but it's kind of hard to follow when you don't know the people when you watch something. It's like getting put into a job, but you don't really know the rules of it, but then you start doing it, then you read the rules like they didn't get it, whatever. Whatever. So that part, I get it was cute, but I was like, and I don't know if it would be a point to put it at the end, because that wouldn't make sense, because you would have already seen, what they had on and stuff, but that part was a little like, okay, I was kind of uninterested. I was listening, but I was uninterested because I didn't know who they were. Like they were saying stuff about who they were, but I'm not good with names already and remembering stuff. So it's just like, it was a lot going on for me. I wonder too how they decided to order. Was it like, it's always been this way since back in the day? Because it's based off of age? No, it couldn't be based off age because Billy was second. Okay, he was the youngest. But the dude also did poetry. So I don't know how they ranked it. Like I said, maybe they just kept the rank from back in the day. But they kind of switched up because I know Ali said that Marcus used to be the host of it. I just want to know how they get the rank. I feel like if that's the rank they used to be doing, they should have switched around. Even if they did it live in that order, they should edit it different. The energy was off. The flow of it was off. They should have edited. Okay, they should have did it how they did it. I'm guessing. I wasn't there. I'm guessing how the order they actually went in is the order that they released. I'm guessing. They could have switched around. I don't know. I'm assuming that they showed it in the order that they filmed it. I'm assuming. But let's say that they filmed it in the order. They should have rearranged it after they saw the set in the vibe of the set in, because it didn't flow right to me. It was like, it started slow, then went up, and then went down. Went down, up. Like, I don't know. That was a strange, it started off with a poet. I was confused. I wish I would explain. I know his name was something the poet. I don't remember what his name was. It was something the poet. People always do something the poet. Something the scientist. Whatever. So I was like, okay, I think he's a poet, but I thought he was going to combine funny in being a poet. But I feel like he really just did poetry. He did 2 poems, and I was really uninterested. I don't know. I do like poetry, but I was just confused. I guess his name was the poet, but I don't know why I thought he wasn't just doing poetry. I thought he was going to combine 2 different things. So I was just kind of confused. I'm not going to lie. I wish when Ali came out, he should have said, this man is only going to do poetry. He should have verbally said, this man is only going to, I know they said he do poetry. I thought he could go do an infusion of the 2 or somehow. Maybe he think he did, but he did. I think I just wish Yeah, he's an educator, he's smart and with words. Okay, I would have been more prepared if they let me know. We gonna start to come in and then y'all we gonna get to the stand. I wish they would have said that because I was just confused and the audience looked a little confused too. I'm not, and they were older too, so maybe this is like a little older crowd. You know, they said it was a little catered to the older people, so which is cool. I ain't mad at the job. Like, no, I ain't never mad at it. But it threw me off. I really wasn't listening. Like I said, I'm cool with poetry. I love poetry. I love a little poem, hey. I do. I love a little Snapchat. Come on, shout out to Darius Love Jones. I love it. But I just, you got to tell me. I get his name the poet, but I don't know why in my head I thought he was going to do both of the things. Ooh, I'm going to do one poem, but I'm going to switch over and intertwine it. He just did 2 poems. Like I said, that threw me. And his suit was tight. It really was. It was up in, it really was tight. I know Ali made the joke his suit was tight. Then he came out and said that was his only joke. He came out really pretty much. He only was tight. I know y'all think, yeah, my suit is tight. And I don't know. I'm guessing maybe he's from Houston too, but his accent was really thick. I don't think he was Houston. He sounded country, but I don't. Houston people really necessarily don't be sounding country. You know what I'm saying? Dallas people say I'm old country. Like I feel like Houston people don't really be sounding too country like that. Atlanta people be sounding country. I don't really think Houston people be sounding country like that. But he sounded super country. It didn't really sound Houston. Maybe he was from Houston, but he sounded way more country. Maybe like, you know, his roots, like his parents are from somewhere else. I don't know if he was from Houston. Everybody could have been from Houston. I don't know. Freaking out. It's he said 20 of them. So yeah, I'm just going to assume everybody from Houston and they did the Sean Houston, whatever. But it's like he did the 2 poems. I would have been okay with the poems, but I was just confused. If they would have let me know he's only doing poems, if Ali said he is only doing poems and then we're going to get to the stand-up, then it would have been cool. I'm just going to pick. Actually, I don't know. I don't know how I could have made it. I feel like, but I was thinking how it could have been better, made better. And I don't have an answer because I was thinking, oh, well, if he would have came out first before Ali came out, like to start the show. But then they would have people. I was like, why this dude come on here doing this, you know, poetry, and Ali ain't introduced like he should introduce everybody to make them feel comfortable, right? So I don't know. It threw me, child. It just threw me off, right? I spent too much thought, but then just really sit. I was like, I started confused. So I already started a mental mind up because I was like, what's happening? Okay, then Billy Cam. He the only person I know as far as stand up wise. I've seen his stand up. I know his film. He sounded a little different too. He always, I don't know, he sounded a little different too. Something about how he was talking sound different. But I know when you get older, you do start to sound different. Especially country people, when you know, if you're on the South, it can get older. You start to sound a little different. I don't know if maybe he had something in his mouth. I don't know. He sounded different too, but also I haven't heard him speak stand up wise in a while. He sounded a little different. His set, you can tell it was, his set was, I don't know. This is me assuming, this is my opinion yet. I don't really know these days. I'm assuming. His set sounded like it was part of a bigger set. Everybody else felt curated to the time frame they had. He just felt like he just cut it down, but it was supposed to be longer, which is a good thing. That's a positive. But because he kind of started abruptly. It picked up. I kind of was like, what? Now he's kind of started abruptly, so you can tell. I feel like I said, it felt like it was part of a bigger set. I got the joke. You know, it was he's a storytelling comedian too, for the most part. Like, you know, he was talking about his stepson, but they ain't really his stepson because he said he wasn't married to the girl, but it's his stepson, and he was talking about his daughter. Their daughter was acting funny, I ain't gonna lie. But tell you that, okay, my daughter tell me she's gay, then I'm guessing she's a stud, because if she ain't a stud, then, well, that wasn't no point for you to do all that. They'd be like, oh, you gotta fix the carburetor, or something, that's what he was saying. But I ain't saying, you know, the son wasn't doing sports, so he did the whole thing about a bit about kids, pretty much. But like, he talking about one of the things besides the kids. I don't remember. Something about an old man and taking pills or something. It's something was up, I don't know. But what was sending me that crop top? Crop top would have been fine. One, it should have been a fat crop top. That was sending me too. Or he should have just had the thing button up. But these crop tops is cool, but he kept moving and he kept showing his belly, and it was really sending me. It was really throwing me off. I'm not gonna lie. The crop top, he kept bending it around. I just kept seeing his belly. Then I'm just distracted. I'm not gonna lie. So I was just, every time he kept moving, I kept being distracted by his belly. I'm like, he must have practiced this set in this outfit, because when you wear a crop top and doing all that movement and showing your belly, it was really distracting. I'm not gonna lie. But even if he had a six pack, it was just really distracting. I don't know what was happening. I did like when they went backstage, they showed their name, but when Billy went backstage, nobody was backstage. It was just him. So I thought everybody else, when they went backstage, was going to be like that. But sometimes it was people in there. So that was another thing that threw me out. There was just somebody detail that threw me. It wasn't nothing wrong with it. Just threw me out. I liked how they did that because they kind of tried to help me remember the names. But honestly, only really one person name that I already didn't know. And I don't know. Look, I don't know what we do. It's very hard. Actually, that was a good thing to get the people to remember the names. But it's hard. It's hard to remember names. It really is. So I'm gonna go in order, obviously, that they went, and then I'm gonna say who I thought the best order was. Like, who was the best. So, okay. Billy went. Then Ali came out and said that you can tell based on what Ali say, I feel like who he thought was better too. But who knows? I don't know. But he said, Billy was dressed like a pleather couch. He didn't say pleather. He didn't say pleather. He didn't say pleather. He didn't even say leather. I think he just said a couch. I just said pleather. Oh, child, whatever. And okay, the next person was Terry. And he don't first my name. I remember. I don't remember nobody else's name. The next person was Terry. I don't really remember what he had on, actually. I feel like it was some type of suit, tailored suit. I don't really remember actually what he had on. So it wasn't ugly or super cute. I just don't really remember it. So maybe it was a suit. I don't actually remember. He's on a person. I don't know. It's one other person. I don't remember what they had on either. But I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, he came out. He had our energy. You know what was making me laugh about him? It wasn't even necessarily what he was saying. It's how he was laughing at everything. Like, you know how Lil Rel does the laugh? He does that laugh that makes everybody else laugh or whatever. He was doing that. It was a different type of laugh that Lil Rel does. But he kept laughing at everything. Like, when people, they start laughing, did it make you laugh? Because, like, you could tell he was just really having a good time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying what he was saying was like mind-blowing and groundbreaking, but to me, the type, I'm not trying to compare people when I just think about it, this what I think about. It wasn't the same, but he was giving high energy, how Tony Roberts be all over the place, but still high energy and still making people laugh and, being vulgar and obscure and all this other stuff, right? So he was doing a lot. It was a lot of jokes. I don't even know if I feel like it was a lot, all that one little time frame. So I don't even know all the jokes he was saying. I know it was a lot of age jokes about women and sexual jokes, and it was a lot going on. It was very moving. I don't know. He was giving Gemini. He was doing a lot. It was a whole bunch of stuff thrown. It was high energy of life. It was like this, which I'm not mad at. First when he was very doing that, I was like, but then he started, after he kept laughing at every joke. I don't know. It just, when people be laughing, they have a certain laugh and they laugh. I don't know if they said that at the beginning. That's what I'm saying. Like, when they was doing did they say that at the beginning when they were doing a cartoon thing about his laugh, or no? I don't really know. Like I said, it's hard to follow. And I think they did it in order too. The characters went in order, I think, because I think Billy was first. Or was it Poy first? And he called Billy? Yeah, maybe that's what it was. I don't know. But I don't know if they referenced it. I don't know where I feel like that was in my head before. But I didn't realize it was in my head until he started laughing at him. But his laugh said to me, I'm like, did they say that? So I don't know if they said it. I ain't going back to look. I don't know. If they said it, they didn't. I didn't. Maybe I just put that in my head. I don't know. But I thought, it was high energy. I thought the crowd was joy. I thought, like I said, it was like Tony Roberts field. It was like a lot of stuff thrown at the wall. High energy, movement, using, everything, the stool and stuff. So cool. And all that for me, like, he left. Out of everybody, you left with something from him, a saying. And it helped when Ali came on and said it again, right? And he was howling, he was laughing. It's like, don't touch me, child. And how he got Ali tagged, so I did airplane and talk about stuff he don't use to talk about. He just said that I don't use to talk like this, or talk whatever. It's like people energy that can shift your energy and conform you to them almost. Move, child. Child, to go. That was good on him. Then, like I said, Ali seemed to enjoy him because he, laughed and kept talking about his set and couldn't, get through whatever. And then went him on to talk about something else too. So then the next person was the bald dude with the pattern suit. When he came out, it kept throwing me off because his suit had out it looked like little circles, but maybe it was little diamonds, but it looked like little circles on his suit. And I'm trying not to look at it because I had that thing. I don't be normal style, even though I have it. It's the thing where I don't like small circles. It like makes my skin crawl. So I've tried so hard not to like focus in on it, but it was kind of messing with me a little bit. So I was trying so hard to focus on something else. But yeah, I don't, that powdered suit, I don't know. But like, he started off a little slower, but he was mainly talking about, him being older and marrying a younger wife and that dynamic and how it can change. And like I said, it was an older set, like it was an older character. That's what he was talking about. And it was cool. He started talking about something else too at the end. He ended on a joke that I was like, it wasn't a big enough hit for me, but maybe he didn't realize the time and had to rush through it or something. I don't know. I don't remember what the joke was. I can't remember right now. That's why I should do these things right after I see them, because I can't remember what the joke was specifically. But I just remember thinking, like that was a big enough joke, or maybe he had to rush through it because he wasn't good on time, didn't realize the time or whatever. But he was like a slower pace comedian. He was like a slower energy comedian, but what he was saying was cool. He was actually saying his life stuff, so it was cool. He just didn't have high energy, but that's why I don't think you have to have high energy, depending on what you're saying. And then Ali came on and said that he looked like a whole bunch of stamps, which that's perfect. That's like little comedian, so that's perfect. I was like, I'm so focused on it being like a whole bunch of small circles that I'm so focused on the powder. And he came out and said about the stamps. I'm like, that's exactly what it looked like. Like literally exactly. So he said that. I feel like he said one other thing that he said. Maybe he didn't. I don't really remember, but I know for sure he said the thing about the suit because it was striking me the whole time. And then next was, I think I'm missing somebody out. I'm not. But the next was the dude that do the show with, is it Steve Harvey? He do a radio show, and I know that was in a cartoon too. Him doing a radio show. Oh, and then the other dude was the mailman forever, and he wanted to retire. And the wife was like, "Yeah, you just gonna be in bed all day retired?" But I'm like, he retired, but is he still making money? I didn't know. I was, because she going to work, but he retired, but he wasn't that old. So I was like, because I think he said his wife was 40 now. He's 50, so I was confused. I was like, okay, you retired at 50, so are you making money doing stand up? I was just questioning it because his wife. He said his wife's still going to work. Like I said, comedians. Everything has to be exact to life. They might embellish or whatever. So I don't know if it was exact, but when he was talking, I was wondering, which is good if a stand-up comedian leaves you a question, but it's also not good because you should be able to answer the questions I have, but it's also good that I have questions. It's conflicting little issue, but he was like, he retired, but he 50. And his wife did want to work. I didn't know what was going on. Or I didn't know. I didn't understand the dynamic, what was happening. Oh, so yeah, he was a mailman. And he's even said it. And then that's why they put the cartoon at the beginning. I wonder, did they do the set and then do the cartoon? Yeah, they had to. Do the set to do the cartoon. I mean, they didn't have to, but I'm just assuming they did. Because what they was talking about in the special felt like it was in front of them. But also, if they all friends, they know each other then. He's a mailman. He was a mailman, so it just is what it is. I talked about that because I forgot to say his cartoon part. I don't know if I'm intentionally trying to do that for everybody, but because even in the cartoon, but the first poet dude, they say he was an educator, I think, in the cartoon too. So it tied together. I'm surprised I even remember the tie in. So I guess it worked out anyway. It worked out, child, because I did remember it. I just didn't think that I would, but I actually kind of did, I guess. Who was next? I said, oh, the radio host dude. I don't know his name either. I feel like I've seen him before. He's like watched the Steve Harvey Morning Show, or have used to watch it anyway, or listen to it rather. No, well, I had to watch it to see his face, so I at least see the video, I guess, whatever. Oh, who the people were talking. I think it's Steve Harvey. I know Ali said it. I think it's Steve Harvey. I'm not sure because it's not the only radio show I have watched, so I'm just assuming that it's Steve Harvey and I like Ricky Smiley or something. So he came out. He's the one I don't remember what he had on at all. His hair was distracting me because it's like he needs to just go full bald. you can really see it in the light. This stuff I noticed. When somebody standing on stage, it's hard not to notice stuff. So it was like really hard not to notice his hair. I don't know why he just didn't shape a ball. Because it was like patchy, or I don't. Maybe he got like what Jada got. What Jada got? Y'all know, but whatever Jada got, I can't think of. I'm drawing a blank on what that is. I want to say Benalago, but it relates to what he's talking about. Benalago, Chad, Michael Jackson. What was he talking about? It seemed like he was a little nervous because his hands were shaking. Was he left-handed? I don't know. Was he holding the mic with his left hand? Don't quote me. I know that's a weird detail to notice, but I don't. Maybe he wasn't holding with his left hand. In my head, it was just his left hand. But the camera angle is different. It's like flip probably, or maybe it ain't. I don't freaking know. But in my head, he was holding the mic with his left hand. I don't know if he was or not. I don't know why. And if he was, I don't know why I noticed that. I don't know why I be noticing left-handed people. I think I is left-handed too. I don't know. But don't quote me on that. I don't know. I just be talking. I don't know why I looked at his hand, but I don't know why I know this is the left hand. Maybe it wasn't the left hand. I might look back and see if that's the case or not. But he was shaky. His hand was shaking. I'm like, oh, he's nervous. And then when he started, then you could tell. And then when he started to get a little more last, his hand stopped shaking. I visually noticed his hand stopped shaking. I don't know what he was talking about. I know what the last thing he was talking about, but what was the beginning thing he was talking about? For some reason, it was hard for me to focus. I don't know if it was because how he was talking. I don't know if his hand was shaking. I don't know if it was because his hair. I don't know if it was tone. I don't know if I felt him being nervous. Something about the beginning of it was hard for me to listen to. Like I said, I can't remember what he was talking about. Whatever it was, I was uninterested. I just don't remember what it was. And then, funeral. Wait, was it funeral? I think that's something to do with a funeral. Oh, and when white people call you, they're very clear. Oh yeah, this person just died. When black people call you, you can't hear it, and then they try to pass for somebody else and they cry. Those are the main pun in the joke, right? Yeah, I feel like he got last on that. That's after he got comfortable. And then he started talking about Joe Jackson and him calling his kids, come over here, what you do? Oh, that was a memorable quote. What you do? That was a memorable too, but Ali also said it too after he came on say, what you do? That was also memorable too. What you do? I know what I do. Whatever, what you do, whatever it was. But he was saying, calling all the kids, pretend to be Jared. He took off his belt, you could tell he practiced that because he took it off very easily. That's like a Matt Rife thing. He used to take off his belt or whatever. Or had took it off before. I don't freaking know. Man, I don't know. Is that real? I don't even know. That's a memory in my head. I don't even know if it's real at this point. What? Oh, he took off his belt and then he acted like he was Joe Jackson. He kept calling each one of his kids and then saying, what you do? Then Janet Jackson, your titty was out at the Super Bowl. It did. Michael Jackson, what you do? You embarrassed the family. Somebody else. You got a horrible song. They didn't sell nothing. Toya Jackson. Latoya Jackson. Oh, you keep doing stuff. Your face will recognize you. Pretty basic stuff that people have heard before. What you do? Then he like he hitting them and he acted that out. It was cool. Then he got his belt. I don't know why he took his. Why he didn't take his. Did he take his towel? I didn't even see him take his towel. I don't know. I'm curious he took his towel because Ali went on stage like he wrapped the towel up and he said, "What you do?" Then left his belt, whatever. The tie, but he came back and got the tie. And then next was Marcus Wiley, and he was talking to. He was just like. He was the one, I was confused. I remember this one most vividly, and also seen him on Ali page. I didn't watch it, but I've seen him being posted, so I knew who it was him, but I was confused why he was dressed like a pastor, baptized somebody. I was confused about that, but it's because I guess his father was a preacher. Like I said, I haven't watched the special, so I don't know about him, so I don't know his background. So yeah, I didn't know his background, so when I saw that, I was confused why he was baptized somebody, but because his dad was a preacher. I guess I don't know if he did any of that too, but his dad was a preacher because he said it when he got on stage, and he was talking about pretty much funerals and how I think he said growing up he watched saw so many funerals because I guess his dad was a preacher or whatever, and how he didn't like to go to funerals, but he went to a funeral and had a good time, and he's talking about his daddy died, and the funeral home playing is in a casket and stuff like that. So he was going to dress like choir, preacher type vibe. I don't know how to describe it, but what he had on was that type of vibe. I don't know if that's what that was, but it was that type of vibe. When did Ali come out and say, I don't know, did he come in and say anything? Was that it? Did the Indian? Because usually, once, I don't know, was that just the end and it cut off? I don't remember Ali coming out back after that. Maybe he did to say thank you for them. I don't know actually how it ended actually. I don't know. That ended on Wiley. Why wouldn't I call him Wiley instead of Marcus? I don't know if they ended on Wiley or Ali came back after that. I really don't remember. Usually when it's like a variety show like this, like I said, again, I don't know if that's what's called, this is what I'm calling it. When it's a variety show like this, everybody come back on stage, you know, at least take a bow or something. I don't know. I don't think they did that. I don't, like I said, I don't know if they did. I can't remember how it ended. I know the credits rolled and then there were pictures of them, you know, being on stage, like just like the improv and stuff. Maybe that day, maybe it was that day. Maybe, you know, before they actually shot. I wonder how many times they shot. I wonder if they just shoot one time. Nobody just looked like it was the same audience. So I think they maybe just shot one time. Don't quote me. I don't know. They could have shot twice, but only used footage from one. I don't know. I wonder if they're going to do this every year. I know they said this is 20 angle, so they've been doing it. We just haven't seen it. And I know they say they used to do it from charity, but now I guess they did it actually show ticket for profit. I don't know if they, you know, get something for charity or not. Okay, like proceeds, it don't really matter, but it matter, but it don't matter. So yeah, I'm wondering if she's gonna do this every year. I like the idea of doing a variety show, but I feel like he should do it with different people. I want to see the same people. And I know, I'm not saying that to stop doing the Jive trigger thing they be doing, whatever. Yeah, it's the beginning he made a joke there, everybody be eating good, because everybody had the shoppings. Why well, back in the old days, I don't know what that is, but they be skinny, but they stomach be living, which is cool. I'm not mad at it, but I'm just saying. What was I thinking about? I'm not telling them to stop doing that Jive for turkey thing because they've been doing it, whatever. But I would like variety. I want more variety shows. I just want them to be, like, wouldn't want to see the same people nature. Well, I would watch it, I guess I would. Because, you know, people might see people's reactions or see themselves and maybe want to switch stuff. So I think they should get the opportunity to do that. Just like with Housewives. I don't know why people there should never be a housewife to only get one season. Because you should be able to see yourself and come back and adjust. But they don't got nothing to do with this. But, so I'm going to rank them. I'm pretty sure how I talk. You can tell how I would rank them. I'm going to rank them funniest to least. So, and I'm not going to include the poet, and I'm not going to include Ali, obviously. So, the first was Terry. The second was Billy. The third was the dude with the pattern on his suit. The fourth was Wiley. The fifth was the dude that worked with Steve Harvey. That's the order of funny that it was to me. And the fact like that the two funniest people to me were at the beginning, that threw me off. Like I said, maybe it's got something to do with rank or I don't know what it got to do. Relationships to Ali, specials. I don't know what it has to do with experience. I don't know what the ranking was. Like I said, maybe that been a rank back in the day and it kept it. Like I know he said while it was a host, so obviously moving from the host to being at the end makes sense, I suppose. But and maybe it's the age thing. I don't know. Like I said, can't be the age thing, or maybe it could just Billy. Obviously, the Polo go first, then Billy go, then maybe everybody else stage. I don't know what the order. I don't know what the reason for the order was. I really don't. Like I said, maybe that just has always been the order, but it was off because you go from a poet to Billy, which I did because a poet keeps the energy stable at the very least. I don't want to say bring it down because nobody was before him. So Ali says, well, I guess Ali was before him. See, that was wrong too. Ali should have did the set after the poet. He should have came on, introduced the poet, had the poet come, did his set, brought on Billy. That's how it should have went. Ali came out, did a little set, then brought on the poet. That threw it. You should have I always start with the poet first because that's what threw me off too, because Ali did his little set type thing, and then the poet came out. But that threw me. It would have made more sense for Ali to come out, hey, introduce him, say he was on doing poetry, and then, I'm going to come back. let people know. So I guess they know what they expecting, because it threw me off. I ain't gonna say it threw them off. It throws me off. I don't know. I like you to tell me what's going on, so I can know what I'm looking at and don't have no expectations for it to be funny. I think that would have been better. Remember earlier I said I couldn't figure out what would have made it better, but that would have made it better. I forgot Ali did the little set when he came out, so it should have been Poet. Ali came out, introduced the Poet. Ali Duplicate didn't bring out Billy. That's what it should have been. And who am I, child? I'm just a watcher. I'm just a viewer, child. So I'm not saying do it how you want to do it. I'm saying what I want to see. I'm only saying what I would have seen would have made it better for me. Well, if y'all liked it, cool. Yeah. So the order to me, it threw out, because like I said, I get why. I don't know how they did the order. They did the order. Cool. Whatever. But soon as y'all filmed it, I feel like they should have put it in the order that made the most sense, and I don't think that order made the most sense for the vibe of it. Because I said, it started with the Poet. No, it started with Ali. Funny. The Poet came out, brought the energy slightly down. Not because of anything. It was just, when you go to comedy, the poetry is gonna go down. Cause poetry is calm and quiet. Like even he was saying, do snaps. It just is what it is. And then Billy brought it back up. Terry brought it more up. And then the dude with the suit brought it slightly down. And then the dude talking about Michael Jackson brought it down. And then Wally brought it slightly up. That is just strange. That's just not how, I don't think the vibe should go like that. The vibe shouldn't go like that. And even too, I don't know if the vibe should go Poet. You know, this is what it should. In my head, this is what it should. I'm just saying what I want to see. After I seen everybody said this, what I thought I would put. What they did, Ali introducing the Poet coming out. Ali doing his set, introducing the dude that talked about the Jacksons, Joe Jackson. And then Wally, because they said was related. Then I would have did actually Billy. And then I would have did the dude with the suit, patchy suit, El Patchy. Then I would have did Terry. Yeah, that's what I would have did. I'm not saying they should did that. That's what I would have said. That would have flowed better for me. The dude that did Joe Jackson, Wiley, Billy, the dude with the patchy suit, Terry. That's how it did. Because I believe y'all was in on high. You should always in on high energy when you lead. That's what I think. That's on me. That's why there's such things as a closer. You want the big days. That's why in concerts, the main night come out last. And it shouldn't be based on rank. It should be based on the set, the actual set. That's what I'm saying. It should be no feelings there. I mean, it should be no feelings. It should be based on a set. It's competition at the end of the day. Like, yeah, we might shoot in this order, but who we gonna schedule it based on the set? How we gonna premiere is gonna be based on the set. And maybe they want to just stick to the pureness of how they shot it. It didn't want to do too much, but like I said, as a viewer watching it, it would have flowed better if it was the order I said. But let me say the order again. It would have been Ali coming out to introduce the Poet going, Ali doing his set, and then the dude that talked about Joe Jackson, Wiley, Billy, the dude with the patchy suit, Terry. That's what it would have been. Because it would have ended on a high. Oh, that for me, it would have ended on a high. That's how I did, but that's on me. Overall, it was cool. If it was another one, I would watch it. I'm sure they would get better and not worse. Hopefully, that's the hope anyway. Who knows? I want to see more variety shows with stand-up comedians because, like I said, you get different vibes. Like, say I didn't like one of them, it wasn't like I had to hear it long. And then if you do like one of them and want to hear it longer, I'm sure you can go watch other stuff they did, or if they do something in the future, so that's good. Like I said, I love variety shows. I would want more. I would want, like I said, to see different comedians. Personally, that's what I would want. That.